Welcome to West Milford Time Machine. Today we take you back to the March 26th, 1993 edition of the Highlander News.
This is Keith Mandeville, Chris Corcoran, and John Lumbach for this week's edition of the Highlander News. What is the latest in guidance? Well, with the help of Mr. Restaino, the guidance information system has been loaded into all the computers in the building. The guidance information system in the past has been used to help students find colleges. There are also other programs on the disk which is given to all freshmen. The test originally has taken days, but now since the guidance information program has been loaded into all computers, freshmen can take the test in one period. The West Milford High School's DECA chapter is now conducting a project to support ERASE, which stands for End Racism and Sexism Everywhere. The project is being run by DECA President Todd Loriano and fellow student Pete Loibel. All DECA students had to watch the movie War of the Classes to illustrate firsthand how discrimination exists between different classes in today's society. Then the students participated in the last part of the project. This part consisted of students wearing the letters A, B, and C around their necks. A stands for upper class, B stands for middle class, and C stands for lower class. B and C must follow A's orders all the time. This discrimination experiment will be in progress till next Friday. 22 West Milford High School students that are involved with Project Adventure will be going on a field trip to Wildcat Mountain on March 30th. The students, accompanied by Mr. Dransfield and Mr. Anzalone, will be participating in rope climbing and other adventurous activities. The students will miss the entire day of school, but they say it is worth it and think they will have a lot of fun. The cost of the trip is $15. We hope the Project Adventurers have a good and safe time. Now to John with the National Art Honor Society.
Thank you, Keith. On Monday, March 8th, the National Art Honor Society went to the 1993 Art Expo at the Jacob Javits Convention Center in New York City. The Art Expo showcases individual artists' artwork, as well as galleries and studios exhibiting their own collections. The students were exposed to work from all walks of life. The works ranged from various cultural pieces and sculptures to animation art and murals. Students were able to purchase any of the pieces on display as long as they had enough money. A good time was had by all. Recently, Tufte, Team Up for Teens, sent out a questionnaire to senior English classes asking what type of project graduation they would prefer. In the past, the seniors would dance all night in the cafeteria until early hours of the morning and then go to Great Adventure all for free. Some of the questions asked were, would you like the dance to have a theme? Some themes suggested were a toga party, a beach party, and a 60s dance. They were also asked if they wanted to stay in the cafeteria or go to Spa 23. For those who want to work on a committee for fundraising, there will be a meeting on Tuesday, March 23rd at 7:30 in the high school cafeteria. Now to sports. Miles Larson is one of the best wrestlers in his weight class. He has a record of 73 wins and 22 losses. He won the district championship with a record of 20-5. He made it up to the first round in the state tournament, the only wrestler from West Milford to make it this year, but he lost to Rusty Reed from Hawthorne in the first round with a score of 7-2. Now let's go to Chris Hudak with his interview with Miles Larson.
I'm here with Miles Larson. Miles is our student of the week and athlete of the week too. Miles, Tell us about your wrestling experiences that you had.
My wrestling experiences, when I started in...
Yeah, exactly, when you started.
More or less, I started in 7th grade and went through the middle school and through high school. I wrestled a couple of times, like, when I was in, 3rd grade. And, it started, maybe 6 years back, seriously, that I started wrestling.
Were you good back then?
I was all right, but nothing spectacular.
No, not like you are now. All right. Now, I heard you got into the first round state tournament. How'd that feel?
Well, after 4 years of working at it, it felt kind of real good and, real happy about it, but wish it could have turned out a little bit differently and not gotten eliminated in the first round.
Now, talking about that eliminated, if you didn't get eliminated in the first round, how far do you think you would have gone if Rusty didn't beat you?
Well, on a good day, I think I could beat anybody. I just wasn't my day, and he beat me fair and square. But if you wrestle good one day, then you're the best wrestler that day. But it didn't turn out that way.
Talk to us about the match. What happened that day? Because none of us really were up there.
It was slow. It just wasn't a good day. And I wrestled, but wasn't anything like early on in the season when I was wrestling. So it just wasn't a good day.
What are you going to do after high school? You going to wrestle for college or anything?
I haven't decided, Maybe go to junior college or maybe the Marines or something, but either way I'm going to end up wrestling somewhere else after high school.
All right, thanks a lot, Miles. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Chris. The golf team has begun practice indoors for their upcoming season. Coach Bob Worth expects key players to be senior Wes Edwards, Eli Slavin, junior Chris Mulroy and Dave Stead, and sophomore Don Fassett. The players are waiting for the snow to clear away so they can hit the greens. The girls' track team has started practice on March 8th. The girls have been training every day from 2:25 to 4 o'clock. If any girls are still interested in coming out for the team, it is not too late. If you would like to join, just see either Mr. Hayes, Mr. Bialkin, or Miss Musel. The team is having their first scrimmage today at Wayne Hills. Congratulations to Ben Smith for competing in the National Scholastic Indoor Track and Field Championship on March 13th and 14th. The competition was held at Syracuse, New York in the Carrier Dome and Manley Fieldhouse. Due to the snowstorm that unleashed 4 feet of snow on the Carrier Dome, the meet was rescheduled for Monday, March 15th in Manley Fields. Competing in the meet were the best athletes in the country. Ben, who competed in the high jump at a height of 6 feet 6 3/4 inches, placed him 11th in the nation. Now to an interview with Chris Hudak and Ben Smith.
Smith got this honor by being involved in the National Scholastic Indoor Track and Field Champions. And Ben, how did you qualify for that?
Well, how you qualify is everyone in the United States who jumps over 6'7", I think it is able to qualify for this meet and jump.
And how did you do?
I jumped at a height of 6'7", 6 feet 6 3/4 inches, and I placed 11th in the nation.
And that was this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we did have that big storm. Did that affect you guys at all?
Yeah, originally we were planned for Saturday, and then we got 4 feet of snow, and then it was postponed until Sunday, and then it got postponed until Monday, and then by the time we jumped on Monday, everyone was like all beat and tired, and the performances weren't as good as they were supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Do you plan to follow this when you go to college?
Yeah, I plan on going to college for decathlon. That's pretty much what I'm being recruited for. And those are my plans.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. The West Milford Highlanders varsity baseball team began practicing on May 8th. Returning lettermen are team captains Brian Pylock and Mark Oostijk. With the only 2 returning lettermen, many spots on the team are open. Coach Anzalone thinks that many underclassmen have a chance to make the team this year, with Mike Banya and Brent Kreutzer leading the group. The first game is scheduled for April 1st at Westbrook Field, but with snow still on the ground, the game seems to be in jeopardy. This year's competitive dance team had a very shaky season. As the first group ever to compete as West Milford's dance team, the girls had to experiment with many different approaches. The team started off amazingly with a 3rd place finish at the state competition, only losing to 2 nationally placed teams. Yet, due to the recent snowstorm, the competition for Sunday the 14th of March was rescheduled for Friday the 19th, the night of the junior prom. This made it impossible for many of the dancers to be present. Still, 9 girls went down to Bergen Tech on Friday and gave it their all. The following day, the team traveled to St. Peter's College in New Jersey to face some rough competition, including 3 teams who achieved national placement. Although the team thought they did better, they came out with a 5th place finish. All of the girls enjoyed the season and said they would like to compete more. Unfortunately, the funds are not available for the team to continue with any other competitions. The West Milford girls softball team is finally starting to get their 1993 season underway. The first round cuts were on March 12th and the final cuts were on March 17th. The girls who are going to be on the team have been picked, but the positions have not yet been decided. This year's varsity lost only 1 player due to graduation and has 9 returning lettermen from last year. The varsity team captains are outfielder Lisa Banya and pitcher Michelle Harding. Coach Dransfield says that they could have a good team this year, but the snow could be a big factor. The team's first game is on April 1st at Sparta. Good luck to all the girls this season. Now to John with boys track.
Thank you, Keith. The West Milford boys track team has begun to work hard in their quest to defend their conference championship. The team had their first practice on March 9th. The team will be limited to the availability of practice area due to bad weather and their cinder track. The team's captains this year are Bill Morrison, Ben Smith, and Scott Seifert. Key performers should be Scott Pullman, Ben Smith, Scott Muller, Bill Morrison, Scott Seifert, Rob Shore, and Jay Augusta. The track team's first meet is on April 11th. Coach Gillen said no matter what the conditions are, the team will be ready. Good luck to the team on the upcoming season. Now to this week's Sport of the Week.
And Bob Johnson. Steve, why do you do it? It's fun. It's fun. How are you, Bob? Oh! He's here. Why do you do it? It's tricky. How are you, Bob? It's tricky and it's nice. Dial in.
Hey, Beck, this one's for you. It's your birthday. See, I did this before once already, but Katie erased it because she doesn't like me. But I just want you to remember all the memories that we have. I'll never forget your cute little buttocks when you showed me that one night when you stood on the desk. That was so cool. Well, that's about it, I guess. But, you know, just remember, Mary Catherine Gallagher. Happy birthday.
Why do you like this so much? It's the rush. You go fast, hit the jumps, you pick up the snow bunny's tail. It's a lot of fun.
All right, thanks a lot.
Why do you do it?
Big air, the rush, the adrenaline, speed, flying down that mountain. It's killer moves. It's just awesome. Just you and nature at its best.
That was exciting. Telepeer, also known as TAP, met on Friday, March 12th to discuss future activities. They'll be extremely busy putting together a video presentation portraying what high school life is like for the 8th graders. TAP members, including advisor Mrs. Winterberger and Mrs. Fasella, will go over to Macbin and present the video. TAP is also preparing a research directory that will contain hotline numbers for teenagers.
Slow down.
These will be available soon to any students who need it. On Saturday, April 3rd, at the high school, TAP members only will attend a conference on conflicting resolution. The purpose of the seminar is to prepare the TAP members to become good listeners and to be able to handle any problems that students may bring to them. Now let's go to Rob Schur and Stacey O'Brien with this week's question of the week.
This week's edition of the question of the week, and this week we're asking West Milford students their idea of project graduation.
I'm here with senior Meredith Newman, and Meredith, what would your ideal project graduation be?
I think we should be able to go on a cruise around the Hudson or something with any date of our choice.
Yeah, that's a good idea, except there'd be 50 girls and just me, and it might get a little crowded.
Hi, I'm here with senior Chris Hudak, and what's your ideal project graduation?
Take the world's longest trip.
Where would you go?
Everywhere. Anywhere.
Really? Okay, thanks.
I'm here with junior Megan Pitch, and Meg, what's your ideal project graduation?
Well, I definitely wouldn't want to have in school. Maybe like go down the shore or something like that. I don't know. Not in school though.
Okay, sounds fun.
Hi, I'm here with senior Dave Haney, and what's your ideal project graduation?
Well, I think all the seniors should get together on a Sunday morning and all go to church. Then after church, we should all go to the supermarket, buy as much food as possible, go to New York and help feed the homeless.
That's really nice. Thanks, Dave.
Okay, I'm here with senior Walt Easterbrook. Walt, what's your ideal project graduation?
Trip to the moon.
Why is that?
Be fun.
Okay, sounds good.
Hi, I'm here with junior Kevin Bauman. Kevin, what's your ideal project graduation?
Well, after I finish my 8 years of high school, I think we should have a great project graduation and go on a plane and go to Fantasy Island so we can see that little guy go, the plane. That's what I think.
Thanks, Kev. Hi, I'm here with junior John Lumbach, and what's your ideal project graduation?
Well, my ideal project graduation is going on a 3-hour tour with the Gilligan's Island crew.
Really? That sounds like fun. Thanks.
I'm here with junior Matt Capello, and Matt, what would be your ideal project graduation?
Probably just hang out with my friends all night.
Okay.
Hi, I'm here with junior Stacey O'Brien, and Stacey, what's your ideal project graduation?
My ideal project graduation would be to go anywhere but in this school, but the first choice would be going to Bermuda for free.
I definitely agree. Thanks, Stace. Hi, I'm here with senior Al Bailey, and what's your ideal project graduation?
I think I want to go surfing with Mudfoot.
Yeah?
That's
Why?
Because Mudfoot's the man.
Yeah, he is.
Knicks fan, that's it.
Okay.
That's the reason.
Okay, thanks.
I'm here with senior Shannon Jamber, and Shannon, what would be your ideal project graduation?
I don't know, probably to fly with my Rasta buddies in Jamaica.
That sounds cool.
Well, that's it for this week's edition of the Question of the Week, but before we go, I'd like to know, Rob, what's your ideal project graduation?
Truthfully, I'd love to go down and bum on the beach at Cancun for about a week with all my friends.
That sounds awesome.
And what do you think is your ideal project graduation?
I'd have to say going someplace like that too, like Bermuda or something.
Well,
yeah.
We should go together.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, bye.
The Business Education Department offers many different courses which are rewarding, creative, and fun. FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America, is just getting off the ground. This club tries to get students involved in business. In December, officers were elected. Dave Chantal is president, Liz Vitrino vice president, Agata Regner treasurer, and Allison Curtin as secretary. If anyone would be interested in joining FBLA, see one of these students or Mrs. Probst. Students that have had any type of business class is able to join this club. Working in an office environment requires a lot of computer background. In Lotus 1, 2, and 3, students learn the basics, such as setting up a worksheet, creating graphs, and all the conventional features Lotus offers. This course is easy and helps and prepares students for business-related jobs. Co-op is a 10-credit course in which students go to school in the morning and work in the afternoon approximately 20 hours a week at an improved work site. The students make at least a minimum wage and account for their earnings and hours. The purpose of co-op is to introduce the students to the working business world. Personal keyboarding is a course that enables you to learn the keyboard and its simple commands. This class helps students to increase their speed and accuracy while using the proper techniques. Well, that's it from the business department. Students that are planning to be involved with business or planning to attend college, try to take one of these classes. They prepare you for the working world. West Milford Art 1 students have been hard at work in Miss Dickens' class. Their project consisted of an intense month-long research of an animal's anatomy and then ceramically making a functional mug with that animal in mind. The mugs are currently on public display at the Board of Education office for the month of March. Some of the students with mugs on display are Beth Ann Casella, Marin Foster, Matt Travilla, Rachel Gonzalez, and Rebecca Bertram. These students showed outstanding creativity in developing their uniquely designed mugs. Finally, the junior prom. Spring has officially arrived, and along with spring comes flowers, green cheese, warm weather, and of course, it's season of proms. On Friday, March 19th, the weather wasn't warm and there was still snow on the ground, but this did not stop the junior class from holding the prom at the Wayne Manor. A cocktail hour was held from 7 to 8 o'clock, containing various hors d'oeuvres. Throughout the evening, about 140 couples danced, took pictures with their dates, and also ate a delicious dinner. This year's prom theme was Imagine by John Lennon, and the prom was a great success. We would like to thank all those who helped. Our thanks goes out to Mr. Dindaro, the prom committee, and the junior class officers. Everyone seemed to have a safe and fun time, and many memories were made that will always be remembered. Now to Keith with the Foreign Language Department.
Thanks, Chris. On Friday, March 12th, the Foreign Language Department held a ceremony in which they dedicated foreign education videotapes in memory of Mr. David Warhol. Mr. Warhol was a Spanish teacher in the high school until he died of a heart attack last year. Many teachers attended, such as Dr. Fillion, Ms. Kowalski, Ms. Tulin, Mrs. Holly, Mr. Saggio, and Ms. McDermott, and many more. Dr. Link was unable to attend, but sent a letter which said many kind things about Mr. Warhol. Mr. Warhol's widow and daughter attended. Mr. Steele gave Mrs. Warhol a certificate from the Environmental Club. This certificate stated that an acre of the rainforest is dedicated in the memory of Mr. Warhol. This has been Keith Mandeville, John Lumbach, and Chris Corcoran for another edition of the Highlander News. We'd like to thank Mr. Cook, the news team, and Tamara Kurtosh, our producer, for getting the show out on such short notice. Good night, and God bless, my friends.
Boys,